How do you usually get inspiration for the paintings you do?
Yeah, you got to start painting and then get inspiration.
That's how you do it?
I feel like that's like one of the, it's like a good principle, I think, is like a lot of inspiration is like momentum rather than like motivation. Like
Yeah.
you start rolling and then it comes to you rather than um, just like waiting for inspiration to hit.
Will you ever be in like a specific environment where you're like, feel inspired, I guess?
Yeah, it definitely happens, but I don't know if it's like an environment as much as like I don't know, like you'll be exposed to certain things. Like if I was listening to like a Kanye interview, like I think Kanye is like unironically one of my favorite philosophers of art.
Really?
Just like his approach and like his style, like the way that he approaches things sort of with like a childlike mindset.
Yeah.
And is just like unafraid of people's opinions and just sort of like fearlessly investigating creatively. So like when I'll be exposed to that sort of thinking for a while, it could like sort of spark like creative inspiration.
Yeah.
Or
Interesting.
yeah, I don't know, different things. Like when I'm really sleep deprived, it'll sometimes just like hit me.
Yeah.
Or something. I feel like it comes in waves, you know?
Yeah, I feel like people like Kanye that are just so raw with how they're feeling, and like they either get praised for it or hated for it, you know, like
Yeah,
I don't know.
that is very true.
But I feel like people always say like don't listen to like what anybody says, like just believe in yourself. But
yeah, it's like the idea that like when you're creating for other people, you're not going to create anything good.
Yeah, for sure.
And then when you're creating for yourself, then other people will resonate with it.
That's how I don't get how like certain people that paint for their job, like they gotta, I mean, especially early in their career, have to get out paintings like, I don't know, maybe like once a week. And I think that would be so difficult. I mean,
yeah,
because you're doing it in spite of income, you know, rather than something you really enjoy to do. Also, I grabbed a lot of the paint, so if you need any of the green or...
I grabbed a few too for sure. Also, welcome to the river, Conrad Dalrymple.
Oh, thank you, Josiah. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. But yeah, dude, I was telling you before we started recording how like when I was in art school, like having to paint on a schedule sucks because like, yeah, it's better when you can just like let the inspiration hit. But at the same time, when you like force yourself, like you were saying, when you like force yourself after like 30 minutes, you'll get in the headspace pretty often.
Yeah. But I hate, because like, I mean, I didn't go to art school, but like a lot of my undergraduate classes were art.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I get some of the movements they try to get you to learn and stuff like that, but sometimes it's like, just let people like paint, you know, like, I don't know, or draw.
Yeah, dude, I have no idea. The chances this looks like just like a horrible child's drawing are so high.
No, I have a feeling mine's gonna do that as well.
Yeah. That's the nice thing about abstract art is like, it can look terrible and they can, somebody will find some value in it maybe.
Exactly.
Have you heard about how like abstract expressionism is, was like a CIA thing? Like Jackson Pollock and a bunch of them?
That's so funny you say that, because
yeah.
Adrian was like telling me about this not too long ago. He said, do you think modern art is art or something? He said something like that.
Yeah.
Or abstract. And I was like, what do you mean, like, all art is art? I mean, like, if you're expressing yourself with... And he was like, no, like, that whole movement was... Yeah, what were you saying it was?
So, like, during the Cultural Cold War, the CIA was
the CIA.
trying to, like, argue that American culture created the best like place for creativity.
Mm-hmm.
So they started boosting the works of like Jackson Pollock and a bunch of those abstract expressionists and like putting them in the big museums and everything and like buying them for huge amounts of money to set a high value on them.
Uh-huh.
So abstract expressionism became like a cornerstone of the American art economy, and it was like to help them win the argument that like America is way better than Russia for just like the spirit of creativity.
That is really interesting.
It's insane, yeah. So like a lot of people will kind of like stand on that in those arguments where they're like, I don't see any value in this piece when it's like an abstract expressionist piece. And then somebody else.
Did this just recently come out? Because
I feel like it's recently been like popularized. Yeah, somebody else will be like, I actually see a lot of value in this, like sometimes with like a elitist sort of like spin on it, like I understand high art and you don't.
Yeah.
And so now those people will be like, you're like buying into some CIA propaganda.
Yeah.
But I honestly love like Kandinsky has some sick abstract expressionist art. Some of the Jackson Pollock stuff I like. Like I think it's cool, but some of it is just like a splash of paint.
What was the reason for them doing that again?
Like they were trying to say that democratic cultures are better than communist ones for like creating a spirit of creativity.
Interesting.
So they wanted to like have this high art form that everyone in the world thought was great. So they were just like, yeah, we can just make it great. And like it's this like creative movement that's happening in the US as a consequence of our democracy. Something that would never come out of like a communist government like Russia.
Uh-huh. That's crazy. I wonder, I always think about like how much stuff, like that coming out years later, like how much stuff is there that we just literally have no idea what's going on, you know?
Yeah, dude, there's probably so much stuff.
Yeah. It's pretty scary.
Yeah, you were saying with respect to the Kanye stuff about how some people, like he pisses some people off. I think that's like an interesting aspect of art too, is like,
for sure,
when you anger people, that's considered like a sign that your art is good. When people are like outraged over it, it's like whatever kind of strong, it doesn't matter what strong emotions it evokes, it's like that it evokes strong emotions that people say makes it great art.
Yeah, like people either hate it or love it. And
yeah. But if people are all like lukewarm about it, then it's not good art.
Yeah, exactly. But they're still known, you know, like people still know who they are.
Yeah.
Despite if they're hated or not.
There was this artist who did an exhibit where it was like an entire art exhibit where he just printed out other people's Instagram posts and then hung them on a wall in an art exhibit. And it created this huge debate about what art is, and basically just everyone calling him a plagiarist and getting angry.
Yeah.
But then he was like, that reaction is the art that I created. Yeah.
That's so crazy, actually.
Yeah. At the same time, like I kind of see his point, like just like creating a conversation. But, like, it is like some scam, being a scam artist, you can be a good artist as a scam artist.
For sure. Yeah, people have their own creative way of...
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, did you like arts? Like, did you want to go back? Did you finish art school?
No, I didn't finish.
Okay.
There were some parts of it that were really cool. I never got into like I was doing mostly the intro level classes, but it was still cool just like doing projects in that setting.
Yeah,
I feel like your mom was a better art teacher than any of those teachers,
really?
I would say, for sure.
Yeah, she's good.
She's a great art teacher. But like, yeah, I don't know, just like practicing. And then like, we had a class that was like a seminar on like philosophy of art kind of, where people just like, different people came in and shared their perspectives. And that one was pretty cool. And then I had like a wood shop class that was pretty sick too, where we were doing like sculptural art, and that was pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Sculptural art?
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
I liked it. I was just doing stuff with wood
pretty
much the entire time. But dude, carving is difficult. Have you done like carving? Like wood carvings?
Like with like the tools? Like the
Yeah.
I haven't really I've just seen videos of it.
Okay.
It's
yeah, I
pretty
was
tough.
using like a sander, like an electric sander,
Uh-huh.
to do like sculptural wood art.
An electric sander?
Yeah, so you know what you're supposed to do.
That's insane.
But it works out all right. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend it as a great degree to get a job in.
Yeah. I just don't know where like it leads. I mean, like you got to pop off, you know, I guess, to get well known, or I don't. It just seems like such a difficult.
That's like what I want to do though, is to be in a position where I can create in a lot of different art forms. Yeah, so you went to school for design?
I thought about doing engineering, but then when I found out about like industrial design, I thought it was like a perfect blend of art and engineering.
Mm-hmm.
And like I honestly enjoyed it a lot, but yeah, the struggle has definitely been, since it's such a broad degree, you kind of have to pick what you're most into and then just like try to full send it. And so
yeah,
that's been the difficult part, but
is just finding out what to specialize in.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because like each project was kind of centered around like architecture or like automotive design and then product design. And so when it comes to graduation, you have like one project of everything. But for an architect hiring someone, they're not going to want to hire like an industrial designer that only has one architecture project. You know?
Yeah,
like they want to hire an architect, a kid that went to architecture school. And so yeah, but I mean, I feel like all the skills transferred over like pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not like mad that I went where I went, but it was just like I wish I just had more time or more people I could have spoke to about it to try to figure out what to do. I don't know, because you never like think about what you want to do growing up. I mean, I didn't really.
Yeah, or you have like a million ideas.
Yeah, and like I don't know, there's like specific things you gravitate more towards growing up, but I still think that when it comes to choosing what you want to do for the rest of your life, like it's such a scary thing.
Yeah.
And some people are just naturally like they know what they want to do, and I was never like that. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Some people's brains are just wired so different.
For sure. It feels very like you're putting yourself in a prison if you're just like pinning yourself to one thing for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Is it time to get into our Twilight Zone spooky time content?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dark. Yeah. What were you thinking?
Do you ever still watch the Twilight Zone?
Dude, I literally was on Netflix the other day and I was like, do they still have the Twilight Zone on here?
Yeah.
And I can't find it.
Oh, dang, that sucks.
Why? Have you seen it recently?
No, not super recently. I feel like I watched a few episodes like a few years ago.
Yeah.
That show was crazy.
I always loved the episode when they're on the plane. Do you remember that? Have you seen that one where this guy like appears like on the plane wing and like starts like walking towards them, and then like the plane crashes or something like that?
Oh, that's crazy. I don't remember that.
It's a good episode.
I honestly don't remember any of the episodes in too much detail. I feel like the episodes I loved of that show were the ones where it was messing with like weird time dilations. Like just times when like the time would like speed up or would like skip forward or something like that.
Yeah. Did you like Black Mirror?
Some episodes. It's a very disturbing show.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. I stopped watching after like a certain point.
Yeah, some of them I'm like, dang. Like,
some of them are so disturbing.
Somebody had to think of this.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, have you ever had an experience where there was like a weird dilation of time? Like either time sped up or slowed down or like went missing?
Interesting. Where I felt like time sped up or slowed down?
Or like went missing. Like missing time I think is super interesting. Like people talk about how like I've heard stories of people talking about how they would just like on a on a car ride at some point.
I know,
Like they took like 6 hours to make like a 20-minute drive. They experienced it all as 20 minutes, but when
Yeah.
they got home, like their wife was like, "Where were you?" Like we were freaking out this entire time. Yeah, like stuff like that. And they're like, I just took a 20-minute drive, but like 6 hours passed.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't had that experience, but I feel like during more like traumatic events, like
Yeah.
you look back on those times and you're like, whoa, like that was a complete like blur of time, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I don't remember what I did for like days upon time, or like it just like kind of all mushes together. And
Yeah, that is very true.
but I haven't had something crazy like that happen.
Or it slows down. Like a lot of times,
yeah,
traumatic
true.
events, like you feel them slow down in your head.
Have you ever experienced like time slowing down
I
or speeding up?
don't know. Like I feel like in weird states of consciousness, time will pass super slowly.
Like what?
Like you'll look at the clock. Like if you're just like super sleep deprived.
Oh, yeah.
Or like on certain drugs, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you'll just like look at the clock and everything is like stuff will move in slow motion or something.
Yeah, I will say when I went to Europe earlier this year, that flight from like Denver to Spain, like when I got there, I was like what day is it? Like, is it the morning? Is it the night? Like, that is always weird to me. Like, flying into different time zones. Like, how are you losing time?
Yeah, no, it like messes with your body too,
Yeah.
and it feels weird. It feels like you're experiencing space-time as an object that you're moving across.
Yeah.
So it's like you can travel all day and you're just like sitting in a car, and at the end of the day you're exhausted.
Exactly.
And it feels like it's because you've like experienced more time or
Yeah.
something. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
It is so weird. Like when people are like 8 hours ahead, like they're experiencing the future.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Is that weird to say? I don't.
No, it's no. I think it's spot on. I just realized your paintbrush can't even fit in the water.
What do you mean? Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh wait. Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Should I? Yeah, I need to blend this. Should I just? I can just use this brush.
Did you see where like I feel like I heard how celebrities would like freeze their bodies, hoping that in the future we have the technology to like bring people back to life?
Yeah.
That's always crazy to me too.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like who knows, like years down the road, you know?
Dude, that would be so alarming to just die and then
Just be brought back to life.
you were brought back in like a robot body.
Yeah.
Surrounded by like people just look, everything about the world is different. Like,
Yep.
that's so crazy. Or like that. Have you seen that show? I forget what it's called, but like they just basically upload your consciousness into a computer, and then you're living in like a afterlife simulation for all eternity. Yeah, that thing is crazy.
Would you do that if there was an option to do that?
No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
Dude,
You're
me
just
neither.
trapping yourself on Earth. Like I think our souls are eternal and
sure.
like move on after we die. But
Yeah,
like,
I wonder. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, so I definitely wouldn't want to be stuck here.
Yeah. Because I feel like there's definitely, like, even people that believe in God and don't believe in God, like, I remember one of our family friends, she worked in, like, what's, like, not the ER, but when people, like, go to die. It's
Hospice?
Like, yeah, hospice.
Yeah.
She works in hospice. And, like,
Dude, this looks so bad.
they do.
I honestly can't even really tell because it's so dark.
I know. They did like a study or they weighed people's bodies like once they died and when they were alive.
Yeah.
And like apparently like when people died they weighed less and like saying that their soul, like our soul has weight to it.
Interesting.
And like it would be weird like if that was a thing where you could bring people back to life.
Yeah.
Like I don't think their soul would be reconnected with that.
Yeah. Yeah, unless their soul like came back. Your soul is just like in eternal bliss, and then they bring you back. You just like shoot back into your body.
Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah, like the stuff about how there's like a few minutes of intense brain activity when you're dead, like right at the point of death, when all of your other systems shut down. Your brain is like going crazy for a few minutes. What are you looking at?
Well, I'm trying to envision what this would look like if this canvas was on straight.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to do the light pole.
Oh, nice. That's sick.
But
yeah, dude, I wonder like I wouldn't want to go out. Like Aldous Huxley took a bunch of LSD on his deathbed.
Who did?
Aldous Huxley, the dude who wrote like Brave New Worlds.
Oh, okay.
Which is like insane to me because I feel like death is already going to be like the craziest trip of all time. So if anything, it's going to make you like more lucid.
Yeah. You just feel everything way more, I bet.
But yeah, I also wonder about like if you're like blown up or something, like if your brain explodes, do you just not experience death in the same way other people do?
That's a crazy thought. If your brain explodes.
Yeah.
I've heard like some weird stories of like when people, like depending on the way that they die, like whether they feel things or not. And like, I don't know, I feel like most of the time, I feel like our bodies would just go into so much. I mean, for your brain exploding, that's got to be pretty instant. But
yeah,
I feel like for something more slow, I feel like your body just like shuts down. Oh, yeah, I was reading this when one of my buddies was reading this book, and it was about this girl that died in a rafting incident, and she like went to heaven and then came back.
Yeah.
But she was a nurse, and so basically what happened was when they crashed, her legs were tied into the raft, but she flipped over the front, but like her knees bent completely backwards and like tore out of the socket. And she said that she was underwater and like could feel and hear her knees just bending backwards and breaking. And she said it was like one of the best sensations she's ever felt.
What?
Like just like complete shock, or I don't even know. Like I've heard too, when you're not getting enough oxygen too, you kind of have this like weird
euphoria.
And so I don't know if that's what she was feeling or what, but it was a really interesting story of how she, like, once she died and they pulled her onto shore, she could like see everyone like surrounding her, and then like she said like an angel came down and like people she couldn't recognize, and they like went on a journey to heaven, and I don't know, it was really interesting. But then she came back.
Yeah, that's so crazy. I feel like in those stories it's always like they want to stay, but then like God tells them it's not your time yet.
Exactly. Dude, I heard that, you know that one book, I think they made a movie of it too, Heaven is for Real?
I know of it, yeah.
The kid that died?
Yeah.
Apparently he came out saying like his parents wanted him to make it sound way crazier than, like, I think he did die for a split second or something, but a lot of the stuff that they like came out with the book like wasn't necessarily, it was like more, they kind of just like made it up.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Your kid dies and you're like,
trying to
how
make
can we
money
make
off
some
of
money
it?
on this?
Crazy.
That's insane. Well, at least he came back. But like there are like reading NDEs like near-death experiences is crazy. Like there are so many insane ones.
Do you read much? I saw a lot of books in your
Yeah, I read a decent amount. I listen way more to like audiobooks these days.
Really?
Since I'm doing like DoorDash.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I used to deliver Domino's, I would listen to audiobooks sometimes.
Yeah, it's a vibe. How about you?
Dude, no, I think ever since I found out I was dyslexic, it was like I would always use that as an excuse not to read.
Yeah.
Because it would take me so long. And so
That's fair.
now today, I just don't read like at all. And like I do wish that I read more, but I just get distracted like so easily, and I'll read like 4 pages and then I'll be like, whoa, what the heck did I just read? Like I don't even know. I just like
yeah. That's so easy to have happen.
I just read it and then I instantly forget it. So it's just like, gosh, this looks so bad.
It looks cool. It's like some impressionistic stuff.
Yeah. I think I need to full send the impressionism and just...
Yeah.
I'm trying to be too detailed.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know what I'm trying to do with this. I was going to try to layer cool colors over it, but it's not going to dry in time. And now I have the sides that I need to do weird stuff with.
It's kind of looking cool, though.
Yeah,
it looks like sweet bark, too, though.
Yeah, it does kind of look... Should I just make it into a tree?
You could.
And then do a river behind it?
Or you do a tree laying down and the river around it.
Yeah, I
like
could do that.
It's laying in the water, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of trippy, but...
Dude, when it's pouring rain, there will be gigantic logs, like, shooting down the river.
Really?
So fast. It would be very frightening to record in. Like, it would literally, if one of the logs that I saw shooting down was, like, if that was happening right now, it would take out both of us and the table. But yeah, dude, reading is like, I feel like as you have to like lock in, but like forcing yourself to lock in is a good thing to do. And it's like, I find myself like thinking in terms of what I'm reading.
Really?
So it's like, yeah, if I'm reading like a bunch of poetry, my just like stream of consciousness will become really poetic. Or if it's like philosophy, it'll become really philosophical. Or like, it's just interesting how you start thinking in terms of what you're reading, which is like, I think that happens just like period. In terms of like input is output, like what you consume comes back out of you.
Yeah.
But with reading, I feel like it's more pronounced.
Well, I also think, like, what do people say? It's like, you are not what you eat, what you read, or something like that. Like, oh, you're as smart as the books you read.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, I don't read any books. But I mean, I just think you learn even like vocabulary and stuff like that. I don't know. It definitely is a pro to read more.
Yeah. And you're just like more articulate. Like I feel like more than knowing more words, it makes all of your vocabulary more like readily available.
And I feel like in school, I'd always use Spark Notes, you know?
Yeah.
But now, like with all the resources online, it's got to be so easy for kids to not read books for like school and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I use chat like every day.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you use it often?
I use it a decent amount for just like asking questions, like when I want the answer to something. But,
just like straight up questions.
Yeah, I try not to outsource my creativity to it.
Why is that?
Because like you just want to practice it like a muscle, right? Like if you become too dependent on having it come up with ideas for you, then you'll stop having your own ideas.
No, that's fair.
Like that's why I'm happy it came out when it did, is because like I would have relied on it way too much in school to the point where I like didn't learn how to think as much.
Yeah. For sure. It came out like, or at least became popular like my junior year of college, but like people were getting caught like with like plagiarism using chat, because chat was just taking resources online, and so I tried to use it just for like ideas rather than copy paste, but I definitely think it can be a very helpful tool.
Yeah.
For like sources or like getting specific links to things, or I don't know.
For sure, yeah. I honestly like have very rarely done the assigned reading in any of my classes.
Really?
Like, yeah, in high school, I had to do it slightly more. Like in college, I read the textbook like less than 1% of the time, probably, like did the assigned reading.
Yeah.
And then in high school, that was like, it was probably like 10% of the time I did it. But it's crazy how in college you really don't have to at all.
Don't have to what?
Do
read
the
the material,
reading.
yeah.
Yeah. I never had a final in college.
Really?
Like in my philosophy classes or like my gen ed classes or any of that. Like my degree is in creative writing. I never had a final for that. Like, yeah, I don't think I never had to take, I had like season ending tests occasionally.
Yeah.
But I never had to take like a cumulative test.
Dude, I just had, I just had the idea of maybe, like motion blur?
Yeah.
When you just like go like this?
Yeah.
I kind of want to try to just do that.
That would be sick.
On the entire painting.
Yeah. Yeah, use it as a base layer.
Should I try it?
Yeah.
Just go back and forth to try to make it.
That would be kind of sick. Yeah.
I might try
Run with it. What other Stranger Things / what's it called? Twilight Zone questions do I have? What's the most like? What's the most bizarre situation you found yourself in?
Gotten myself into?
Yeah, where you're just like, what is happening right now?
Ooh. I had a very weird experience at a Young Life work crew, like more like Supernatural.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, I like volunteered at a Young Life camp in Arizona, and I one night, like some of the guys took my bunk bed because I slept on the top bunk, and they put it in the center of the room, and they were just like, every single time I got into bed, they would like go outside and like stand by the window and like stare at me just to like try to like mess with me. And it was funny. And then like our camp counselor started to get pissed. They're like, guys, go to bed, like it's past hours, like everyone just needs to go to bed. And so everyone got in bed, and so I ended up getting in bed, and another kid there, I think his name was like John, and he was like, Alec, stop. He's like, go to bed. And then Alec peeked out from his bed, and he's like, what are you talking about? And then our camp counselor, like, not just like counselor of the group, he like grabbed his Bible and he started walking towards my bed, and he said that there was a black figure standing like above or like at the end of my bed, and he like turned on the lights, and he was like freaked out. And like I was freaked out too, because like I didn't see what was going on. Like I was just laying down. And so he like said a prayer, and like we like went to bed, and then we go to breakfast in the morning, and there was also the college work crew people, and one of the kids there was like dead silent all of breakfast, and we were like, yo, like what's going on? And he was like, the weirdest thing happened to me last night. He's like, I woke up in the middle of the night, and there was a black figure like standing in front of my bed, just like overlooking me. And like come to find out, that happened to like a lot of people that night at the camp. And so like a whole like church came in and like prayed over like all the cabins and like all that. And but every night for like another week that I was there, I was just like gripping my Bible, just like laying in bed, like sweating. Like I was so terrified. But yeah, dude, it was sketch.
That's crazy.
And I think it was scary too because like it happened to other people at the camp.
Yeah.
And so it was just really sketch. And I have like one other story like that too.
Really?
Yeah. We had like a barbecue at this person's house in Colorado Springs, and the girl's house that they had it at, she like previously told us that she's had some weird things happen to her growing up. Like she said that she had been like possessed like growing up, and like where she would like speak like in different languages, and like her parents would come in and be like, what is going on? And she would have no recollection of that.
Yeah.
And so anyway, it was like one night we were over at her house and we were having like a bonfire, and she was like, I'm gonna go up to my room and grab a hoodie. And so she like went up and she came down and she was like white as a ghost, like just completely pale, her eyes like, and we're like, are you good? And she was like, there's like an evil spirit in my room right now. And I was like, what? Like I always knew like stuff like, I always believed that stuff like that was real or whatever.
Yeah.
But not that it like, I don't know. And so I like was curious what was going on up there. And so I went upstairs, and like I swear, like as soon as I walked into that room, I got like all the hairs on my arm stood up and like on my head, and like I just felt like this like deep like dark presence like in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like nothing I'd ever felt before. It was so weird.
That's crazy.
And like still to this day I know like the exact feeling that I had from that. And like there's been other instances or environments I've been in where I've felt that same feeling and just been like, things don't feel right now, and like I don't know what it is, but like I need to get myself out of this situation because I just don't feel right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, dude, I've had some experiences like that where I've seen like you know, like shadow people, where you'll see like a dark figure in your peripheral vision. It's like,
yeah,
like as a kid, I feel like you see them a lot. And then you like look and there's nothing there.
We're like out in the dark.
Yeah. No, dude, this is so spooky.
This is really spooky.
Yeah, dude.
Dang, I didn't even realize how dark it was.
No, it's so dark out here, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had times when I was just like super sleep deprived to begin with.
Yeah.
So I was like, when you're really sleep deprived, I feel like you become more like grounded in spiritual dimensions and less grounded in like material ones.
Yeah.
And like I've been in spaces where I like there was like no doubt in me that sort of stuff was happening around me. So it's like the faith when you're operating in that place sort of like opens your eyes to it, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like once you realize that stuff is happening around you, your eyes get open to it to a certain extent. But like I'll be in a lot of spaces, like recently I haven't been having those experiences, and it's because I'm like not looking for them.
Yeah.
Because like most of it's like extremely terrifying. It's like a lot to take.
Dude, I feel like so many people I know have like the same description of like the shadow people, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Like these like dark figures that there's not a time I can recall, like even that situation that happened to me in Arizona and also at that one girl's house for the barbecue. Like I didn't physically see anything. It was more of a feeling. Like I've never seen like a shadow person of that, but it's very interesting to me of how many people explain very similar situations to where they had that like presence. I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, like I definitely think spirits are real. Like our culture, I think, is like one of the only ones in history to like take a super materialistic approach to reality, where we think that
Yeah.
like what we can see clearly is all that exists, basically.
For sure.
And it's like, I don't know. Once you believe in other stuff, like in the third world, they'll have tons of experiences of like demonic possessions and stuff like that. And I feel like it's because their worldview accounts for that.
Yeah.
It's like you can only see what you have eyes to see.
Do you think watching horror movies opens up, like, not a realm, but almost a connection to that, like, dark, like, feel? Because I think after horror movies, you know, you think about it a lot. Like, you're now scared to go to bed with the lights off, and like, your closet's open, which normally wouldn't bother you, but now tonight, like, it does. Like, I don't know. Do you think that opens up anything, or do you think no?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like with what I was just saying about how like you see what you have eyes to see.
Yeah.
So it's like your focus, what you're focusing on determines your reality.
True.
Right? So like if you're thinking about demons and stuff like that, you're more likely to see them places, which is why like even though I believe they're real, like I don't want to focus on that because like you want to put your focus on God, right? Like the heavenly spirits.
Exactly. And like I think it's good to know that's out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like dwelling on it for sure like isn't the best thing.
And it's like they prey on fear too.
Oh,
so like being afraid of them is not the right reaction. I love that movie. Dude, I don't like horror movies at all. Like
really?
I feel like I only watch horror movies with you and Jake.
Well, I love horror movies.
Yeah, I know you do. But yeah, bro, like you remember when we watched The Bye Bye Man?
Yeah.
That movie is like not objectively a good movie, but it's one of my favorite horror movies. Like it might be my favorite horror movie I've seen because like the thing that drives me crazy about horror movies is when the protagonists are like incompetent, like when they're just acting really stupid and it just makes your blood boil.
Exactly.
But like in that movie, it actually has sick protagonists who are like badass and they're like fighting they realize that like that's the dude who like gets closer every time they think about him, right?
I forget, I haven't seen it. Probably the last time I watched it was with you guys. Like I think it's if they say bye bye man, you're automatically dead.
No, and I think every time they think about him, he comes closer.
Yeah.
So it's like they're trying to distract themselves from it and stuff. But those characters are actually sick, which makes that movie good.
For sure.
Or like what's the clown in the sewer one?
Oh, It?
What?
It?
Yeah, no, the recent It, where the kids realize, oh, no way, dude.
Yeah, is it good?
No, it's so good.
Okay.
That's like the best. It has one of the hypest scenes of all time when the kids realize that the clown feeds on their fear.
Oh.
So they stop being afraid of him and they all band together and go down into the sewer to murder him.
No way.
It's literally so hype when all the kids band together and go down to the sewer to kill the clown and they realize he preys on their fear. So they're not afraid of him anymore. They're just out for blood.
That's so funny.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. It's weird.
But yeah, bro, like in all of those situations, I've just like prayed to Jesus and then they like, this evil spirits will just like fall.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because I think there's some verses too about that. Like,
yeah.
That they have no control over us.
Yeah, like even I've heard people talking about astral projecting.
Wait, what?
You know what astral projecting is?
Uh-oh.
It's where you, like, as your spirit, you crawl out of your body and fly around. Like the CIA.
Like lucid dreaming almost? Or no?
So there's like remote viewing and astral projecting are like two kind of distinct things where like the CIA and people like that are obsessed with. Where it's like remote viewing is where you just like close your eyes and see a different location, like you're viewing it remotely, but not as a physical entity. But in astral projection, it's like your soul flies out of your body and flies around and looks at different stuff.
Oh, what the heck? I've never heard of that before.
It's like in like psychic circles, they're like really into it. But like that's literally part of like the lore for like I think it has some like Luciferian elements. Like I don't fuck with it, but like even in those circles where they are like there's some Luciferian elements in those circles, they'll be like, if you're astral projecting and you see a spirit, tell him you know Jesus, and he'll just freak out and he'll like fly away.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You know how Aaron Rodgers and some other celebrities will do, what's that one?
Ayahuasca?
Yeah, ayahuasca.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast with Theo Vaughn, who interviewed this, like, Christian dude that started, he was, like, not the mayor of Texas, but he was a part of the Texas, like, drug administration or something like that. And he was trying to infiltrate ayahuasca into like therapy for people that are addicted to like drugs and stuff like that, and apparently it's like super helpful. But the thought of, because he was explaining how it worked and how like when you take it, like your body just like starts to freak, like you start throwing up, but then you have like, what is it like 10 minutes or something like that, or is it 24 hours?
Ayahuasca is 24 hours. DMT, which is the concentrated version of it, is like 10 minutes that feels like 20 years.
I can't even imagine. That would be terrible.
Yeah. So then ayahuasca is 24 hours of that same drug.
But apparently it like really helps people. I don't even know.
It helps like a lot of people, and then some people, like there's a term like one-shotted. People say like they got one-shotted by an ayahuasca demon. Like they took ayahuasca one time and they just got, yeah, it's crazy. Because it's like one of those drugs that people take and then like quit their job and go like live in a forest.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like a lot of people will see that and be like, I can't ever take this. I can't ever get close to this. And some people will see that and be like, he got saved by it.
Yeah.
So it's tough. But yeah, dude, I met this girl who was like, she had just come back from an ayahuasca retreat where she took it like it was like a month-long retreat where she took it every night.
What?
And yeah, she was like trying to take it to solve a bunch of problems in her life. And she was like present when I was talking to her, but it was pretty clear that it didn't work. Yeah.
Interesting.
Crazy.
Would you ever do that?
Like I've been kind of like, I've been reading up about ayahuasca since I was like when I was like 16 years old, I discovered like Terrence McKenna. Do you know who that is? He was like, in the 90s, was this like psychonaut, is like a term that means like consciousness explorer. Like he would just do all of the crazy psychedelics and describe them in ways that were super coherent and like poetic.
Yeah.
So like his lectures are crazy. And so I discovered him talking about ayahuasca, and like Joe Rogan's really into it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
Joe
like
Rogan is big into it.
Yeah. I've been listening to people talking about it for a long time. And when I was like younger, I really wanted to do it when I was older. But now I'm much more hesitant to do it because I don't want to get one-shotted, bro.
Yeah, you just end up in...
But it is crazy what people talk about, like watching their body die.
Oh, is that what they...
going to the afterlife, like speaking to like deceased loved ones.
What?
And yeah, like coming back. But people have different experiences on it. But that's like a really common one to have come up. They like travel through the tree of life, which is sort of like a tunnel with a light at the end of it, and then like pop out. I don't know, dude. Even when I've smoked weed, I've had like insane visual experiences. Like that's the hardest drug I've ever done. Not the hardest drug I've ever done, but the craziest experiences I've ever had were when I started smoking weed.
Really?
And it's like, yeah, like I would have insane visuals, like the tree of life and stuff like that. Like I feel like
the tree of life?
Yeah, like a tree that's like an object that's like, in the biblical symbolism, there's like the river of life that the tree of life is in. It's like a big tree inside of the river. And yeah, it's like a transcendental object that people who take ayahuasca will like travel through when they die.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of Bible verses memorized, but one I do know is Psalms 1:1, and it says, "Blessed are those who walk not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stand in the way of sinners, but his delight is in the law of the Lord." Mm-hmm. He's like a tree that is planted by a stream of rivers that yields its fruit in its season.
Huh.
And I do it now. Know what you're talking about with like. There's so many illustrations of. Oh my gosh, a tree or like even like the fruit.
Yeah.
And you saw that?
I've seen like stuff that I thought was that, and it's like you feel like you're returning to objects that you know, like that are ancient, and it's like you knew them when you were a kid. Like, have you ever had that experience where you come across like a visual? It could even just be like an aesthetic feeling or a specific visual, and you're like, I knew this when I was a kid, and I forgot
it. What's it called when you like think that you've already relived this like same
like
experience?
deja vu.
Deja vu.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, it's like that sort of feeling, except it's even more. There's more clarity in it, I think, where you'll like come across a mental image and be like, I knew this mental image when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe I've returned to it.
I think I've definitely had that similar feeling to that.
Yeah, it's like that type of thing when you have those experiences.
And you're like seeing visuals though, or just like
mental
visuals.
Okay, yeah.
Got you.
Like, I don't know if you think in like pictures or like words, but like can you conjure up? Like, dude, it's crazy to me how a lot of people can't have an image in their head.
There was this girl, my old roommate, his girlfriend's friend, she couldn't think in colors.
Yeah,
like
no,
we would
so
say,
many people
like, a
can't.
pink elephant, and like she couldn't see that. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, like you can have like a red apple in your head, right?
Yeah.
And can you rotate it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see it like three-dimensionally.
Sure.
You can like zoom around it and stuff. Yeah, no, it's crazy how a lot of people can't do that at all. Like some people can't even bring up an apple in their head, and then some people can't have it colored, and a lot of people can't like rotate it. But
interesting.
It's crazy. I wonder if like people who do visual art are almost all like visual thinkers, or if that's not necessarily true. I don't know.
I feel like they would be visual thinkers.
You would sure think.
Elon Musk probably can't think in image. That we're just on a river. Right?
Bro, this is so crazy. I wonder how bad the camera is going to be.
Maybe I should add a couple more details on this or something.
Yeah, you could do something over it. Like, it looks like a great background for you to do something over. What's the most mysterious story you know?
Story?
Or just like, it could be something that happened to you. It could be something you've come across or somebody else told you.
One thing comes to mind, similar topic of just supernatural.
Yeah.
So, this one guy, I won't say his name, but he worked as a videographer for this church. It was like the last night of the, I don't know, convention, if that's the word.
Okay, convention.
And the pastor on stage started like speaking in tongues and like saying how, and then would like stop speaking in tongues and start pointing at people. And he said every single person he started pointing at literally dropped, like was just like passed out. And he said he had like the weirdest feeling being in this room, and the pastor was speaking in tongues and like pointing at people, and they were just dropping. And he said like after that night he had the weirdest feeling of like what happened. And then the next day when he went in to go through the footage, all of it was deleted.
No way. That's insane.
I was just like, dang, that is such a crazy, like...
That does not sound like a godly experience. Like, dude, that is creepy.
Not. Yeah.
That's crazy. Damn, bro. I was watching, you know Jim Jones?
Jim Jones?
He was the leader of the People's Temple cult who drank the Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was like... And he was like a crazy dude, bro. Like early on in his life, he was like he had parents that just sort of like they were around, but they just like didn't pay any attention to him, and they were like both working. So he would just like run around this small town he lived in completely naked.
What?
And, yeah, no, he was like a crazy child, like just had no like structure in his life, and just like wasn't taught anything. Like he would just run around naked, and he befriended a bunch of animals, and his mom was afraid to punish him because he like accrued this big crew of animals that would literally attack anyone who was like coming at him. So his mom was afraid to punish him because he was always surrounded by like a posse of animals that would have attacked her.
What?
That's just like an aside. Like I was watching, he was leading this crazy church, and he would do like healings, like faith healings, where he would declare people healed of different things, and they like would be healed. Like he would have, and like sometimes he would use like plants. Like he was very deceptive and like not, he was like playing people from the beginning, but then getting more and more corrupt as time went on. So like some people would be plants in the healings, but sometimes he would just heal people. Like he would look at
what? That's crazy.
people who were like disabled and tell them to stand up, and they would just stand up. Like there are videos of him in church telling people to stand up, and they did. So it's, yeah, no, it's insane.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
Do we still got the white in here? Oh,
I think a lot of it is faith. Like if you believe that the person who's like declaring healing power over you, like I think there's healing power in the name of Jesus, which he would use. He would say like in the name of Jesus, like stand up or something.
What?
So like I think there's some power in that, but there's also a lot of power in just like the belief that you can do it, and then your body just like submits to that. It's crazy though.
What a crazy story.
Do you have times where you felt like you have returns to like parts of yourself that feel like the real you?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That, yeah, you feel like has been distant, and it's like you come back into yourself?
I definitely think like in high school, for sure, it was like you care so much about what other people think of you.
Yeah.
And like being someone you're not. So I definitely feel like recently I've just really tried to not care about that stuff. Like just really kind of just do my own thing.
Yeah.
So I don't really know like specifically like aspects of my like personality or that I'm now back to normal, but like
yeah.
I don't know, I've just really tried to focus on not caring so much about what other people think, because obviously everyone has their own journey and stuff they got going on. So
Yeah.
how about you?
Yeah, that's fire, honestly, because it's like it becomes a form of psychosis at some point, where it's like you care a lot what people think, and then in releasing that, you're able to like actually feel like your authentic self again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I feel like it's in moments when I'm like creating and I'm like full of inspiration that like it's not when I'm looking for myself. It's like when I'm experiencing the moment fully and I'm just like ingrained in it.
Yeah.
And feeling like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
For sure.
So like when you hit those like highs of like creative inspiration, you're just like flowing. That's when I feel like I'm actually myself again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird how it's like when you go looking for it, you can't find it. Or in like moments when I can feel like the presence of God. It's like I'm also not looking for myself in that. And that's when I feel like I am who I truly am.
Yeah, I feel like the more I'm like, yeah, like you even said earlier, like focusing not on what's going on, but rather like what God might have in store for you, and then you like start to think about that, and then I feel like naturally you're just more of yourself.
Yeah.
Or who you were intended to be.
Yeah, there's like, Jesus says like, if you go looking for yourself, you won't find anything, but if you go looking for me, you'll find both me and yourself.
Yeah.
And that's like very true in my experience.
Facts. Do you ever wish you could go back and like change certain things that you did? in high school or just at any point in life, I guess?
I mean, yeah, like I would do a lot of things differently if I could go back, but I try not to like actively regret, because like I'm very thankful for everything that's happened to like bring me to where I am in life.
Yeah.
Um, and just like regret, I think is just not a worthwhile thing to engage in.
True.
So it's like if I do still regret like find myself doing that, even though I wouldn't ideally. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like I'm grateful for everything that's happened to bring me to the place that I am.
For sure.
But I would obviously do things differently if I was like thrown back into it. But I've also had moments where like I felt like I could see clearly how everything that's happened in my life was like God working to just like move and like bring about His plan.
Yeah.
So it's like in those moments, you're just super thankful for all of the things that have happened to you. And it's like I try to have that perspective when I'm in difficult times. It's like I'll be looking back at this and realizing that it was all like necessary to make me into what I should be. But it's not easy.
Yeah, I was reading something the other day how like how people that sorry, this is kind of off topic, but that like make gold or like specific necklaces and stuff like that, they have to take the gold and first, heat it up to burn off all of the excess material on the gold.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of an illustration how like God kind of does the same with us. Like we might have hardships and we might not understand why we're going through them. But like kind of that similar situation how God is trying to refine us and cut off those bad things. And like a lot of people say that like they didn't have a relationship with God until they were at their lowest of lows.
Yeah.
And like I don't think God brings us to that, but I think He definitely allows things in our life to happen so that we would rely more on Him than our own decisions and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's very true. It's like in the Sermon on the Mount, He says that like you're blessed when you're at the end of yourself. And just like, yeah, that's when you can be close to Him, is when you like reach the end of yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, bro, it's crazy like how when Job was going through all that crazy stuff,
yeah,
like God shows up and His reaction to Job is like, who do you think you are to question what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Which seems like an insanely harsh and like, I mean, it is harsh, right? It's like, whoa, like this dude just had his entire family die and he's been going through like insane suffering
everything
for like so long, and God shows up and is like, who do you think you are to question?
Yeah.
But like at the same time,
He was like, everything that you have, I gave you.
Yeah. And it's like, once you see what God is doing with it, like you can reach places like at the end of super, super long hardship, you can reach these like moments of insane joy that literally makes up for all of it.
For
and it's
sure.
like, or you just like step into a new form of being that is just like less dependent on your circumstances maybe for your joy, or just like more mature in ways that you can enjoy. And so like once that happens, you're like extremely thankful for all of it.
Yeah.
And you can like see how God was moving in all of it. So like you can have those experiences where you realize that is true, and it's like, who am I to question what's happening to me right now? So it's like that is a better perspective, honestly. So it makes sense that that's His answer, but like at the same time, it's very hard
crazy,
to hear
yeah.
when you're like going through the shit. And then like, yeah.
Did everything worked out for Joel, right? At the end?
For Job?
For Job, sorry.
Yeah, he got all of his stuff back, and he got like a way bigger family than the one that died. But like at the same time, it's like that seems like kind of like a like that has never sat right with me. That like he lost his first family, and God is like, I gave you a bigger family this time around. It's like, well, but like at the same time, it's like God blessed him, and it's like that's just in the physical landscape, right? And then there's the like eternal picture that we don't see, but.
Who's the guy the one person that never died? Who just went up
Enoch.
to heaven? Enoch.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The Book of Enoch is like one of the craziest books you'll ever read.
I don't know if I've like fully read that.
Yeah, it's not in the biblical canon in the West. It's like some Ethiopian churches have it in the biblical canon, but it's insane. He's taken on a tour of like the heavens and just brought through a bunch of crazy symbolism. Like it has the story of like the original fall and then the Watchers, who were like angels who came down and slept with the human women and created the Nephilim.
Oh yeah,
and then were like cursed by God.
The superhuman people.
Yeah, and then it has some like apocalypse stuff, some like prophecies of the end times, and then Enoch gets like scooped up in like what's sort of described like a spaceship, but it's like an angel chariot, and is given like a tour of the heavens with a bunch of just insane symbolism. It's so crazy. And they found it with like the Dead Sea Scrolls. Like I don't know what I think of it and whether it should be included, but like it's definitely a lot more legitimate than a lot of other extra biblical texts that aren't included.
So it wasn't included? Is that what you're saying?
It was taken out of the biblical canon at the Council of Trent.
Oh, okay.
According to what I've heard, because it had some like discrepancies with Revelation, so they only wanted to keep one of them, like one of the books that had end times prophecies. But as far as I understand, like it was part of the Bible in Jesus' time, and it's quoted in Jude and in other parts of the Bible, like directly quoted as scripture. So it's like kind of like I can kind of see why it's excluded in some places, and I also understand why churches like the Ethiopian church do include it in their biblical canon. And it was like found with the Dead Sea Scrolls as one of those like ancient texts that they considered biblical in ancient times. But either way, it's just like a crazy book to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't read that. You said the Dead Sea Scrolls?
Yeah, that was like one of the findings of biblical texts that is like the oldest biblical text that we have were found in this cave, like a bunch of scrolls.
Yeah.
From
by those kids or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I think they date back to like 5,000 BC or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember learning about that. It's so crazy that the kids just stumbled upon so much history, and
they were just throwing rocks and they heard something shatter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, it's crazy.
Can you imagine?
No, but yeah, bro, that would be so insane.
If you could go back in time and live in any time period, would you do that or nah?
It's a fire question. I don't know. I'm very. I feel like this is like the most exciting time to be alive.
Yeah.
It's like there's, in some sense, it's difficult because like the economy is bad as far as the last like 100. I mean, it's not even bad as far as the last 100 years. It's bad as far as the past like 30 years or something like that. But like, yeah, dude, it's like I feel like it's never been easier to pursue your dreams, like whatever they are.
Yeah.
And just do like crazy stuff. Like free will has never been higher. Like we can do we can do anything with ourselves. It's crazy. Like we're recording a podcast in a river while painting right now. Like it's pretty. There's like no other time in history where we could be doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
But how about you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like after watching movies of times back then, I'm like, dang, I'd be sick to be a gladiator.
Yeah.
But like, it definitely wasn't. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely think convenience of life is way better now. Like you said, like free will, and then also just like everything else with like medication and
just like comfort.
Yeah, like people back then, if they got sick, you know, there was nothing they could do. I mean, besides like natural healing, but
yeah,
I don't know. I do think it'd be cool, like being a knight.
Yeah, that would
like,
be sick.
Gearing up for battle and like the amount of feelings they probably had before going into a battle.
Oh yeah.
Like we would get nervous before football games. Like
yeah.
Imagine that times like 100. Like you're probably about ready to die.
Oh yeah.
And it's not going to be an easy death. like you're gonna bleed out. But I don't know, all that gear is so sick, and living in a castle I think would be cool.
Yeah.
But ultimately, yeah, I wouldn't I wouldn't trade it for my life right now.
Yeah. Go back with a machine gun.
Yeah. Time travel.
We've been on that shit since we were a kid, bro.
Yeah, the knights.
Yeah, no doubt. Every time I watch Lord of the Rings, I think about you guys. You used to watch those movies so much and then dress up as knights and go to war.
Yeah. So fun.
Yeah, for real.
But it would suck to get stabbed by a sword, for sure.
To get what?
Stabbed by a sword?
Yeah, and also like the weight of all the armor.
Oh, yeah.
Would be terrible.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But it sounds like a lot of fun to get in sword fights and stuff like that. We're not showing off our finest painting skills out here.
Facts.
What's the number one secret that you try to keep from me?
That I try to keep from you?
Yeah.
Dude, I slept in your bed when I had to dog watch for your parents.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And I didn't want to tell you about it.
Yeah, that makes sense. You chose my bed.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Out of everybody's bed.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want to make it weird.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's pretty weird. Did you take a long smell of the pillow?
Dude, no, I'm actually, seriously, like, when I dog watched for your parents,
Yeah.
like, I had to have people come over and, like, hang out. Because, like,
Yeah.
being in your house,
Yeah. No,
Black
alone?
Forest, by yourself,
No, it's scary.
it was scary. Like,
Yeah.
I think I had Bailey in the room with, no, sorry, I think Bailey might have been gone by this point.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, no, for real, bro.
It was, oh my gosh, what's your guys' the mountain dog you guys
Malibu.
Malibu.
Yeah.
I was watching Malibu.
Oh, no way. So,
And,
like, kind of recently?
Yeah.
Past, like, 6 years?
Yeah, like 4 years ago, probably.
Okay.
But once everybody left, it was like Bryson, Anna came over, and Ryan, and Matt, and Ryan, and some other people. No, but dude, as soon as everybody left, and I was just like in your room, it was like I slept with like the light on.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Malibu,
do you not feel like that at your house too? Because I feel like your house is even scarier.
Yeah,
but
people say that like
Yeah.
our house is really scary to stay at. I don't feel that way whatsoever.
Really?
I mean, but yeah, I definitely think people staying at our house are very sketched out. Like,
Yeah.
this summer, my cousin stayed there for 2 weeks by herself. Like, locked her window, like, locked her door, blinds down at night and stuff like that.
It's spooky in the forest at night. Like,
It
me and
is.
Jake were just talking about how we used to hear, like, screams out of those windows just randomly. And then you'd hear, like, coyotes and stuff too. But
Well, you know that, like, Black Forest has some of, like, the most supernatural things to occur. Like,
and, like, Colorado Springs, just period.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
especially Manitou, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And, well, there's this house like 3 minutes away from me, and every family that's moved into it has moved out, like saying they've experienced like supernatural things. And
3 houses away from you?
like 3 minutes away.
Okay.
And I drove there one day, and it's like completely gated off. Like, they got cameras everywhere. But I was doing some research on it online, and basically like every family that's moved in, like, they've heard like noises throughout the house and like screaming and like the power going out and like seeing figures inside the house. They put like cameras inside the house, and all the movement detectors show up. And but now the house is like completely blocked off. But there's a couple houses in Black Forest. Like, if you look up online, like haunted houses in Black Forest, like it'll come up with addresses and like stories of why people moved out and some crazy stuff.
Yeah, bro. That's insane. Have you ever been to the Hell House out there? It's like
No.
an abandoned church that people have spray painted a bunch of really sinister stuff. And
oh, really?
this is this story is from my friends who, like, generally, I don't think that any of them are liars, but like, I don't know if I believe this story, but there's this one door that's like always locked, right? And people try to break in and they can't. And they say that what happens is they were all there and they were like, they were desperately trying to get into this door. And so they like, it's missing the handle now because they took it out with a fire extinguisher. They just had a fire extinguisher. They like bashed the handle, broke it, just kept bashing the door with it and like kicking it over and over again. And they say that they broke in, the door swung open and then slammed back closed and they couldn't get in. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But dude, one time me and Tittle were at my house alone and we thought we heard something upstairs. We were like, sure, we heard something. So like, I think we were just like playing Xbox and we heard something really clearly and we were just like, oh shit. Like, so then we grabbed like baseball bats and stuff like that in the basement and we're just like poking around corners and stuff like that, slowly looking around. And it turned out that it was like a documentary. We left the TV on upstairs. And it was
dude,
like,
I actually
through the TV.
love your guys' house. Like,
it was so awesome, bro.
The basement.
So sweet.
Oh my gosh, it was
I love
so
your house too,
cozy.
like the tree house.
Yeah, the treehouse was chill.
So awesome.
But like your guys' basement was just so cozy, and like in the winter, and like you guys had the hot tub and the trampoline.
Yeah, bro.
And like the camper, we'd spend the night in the camper. And
yeah,
it was always
me and
like
Jake used to sleep in the camper like every night.
Yeah.
In the summertime, so sweet.
Yeah, remember that one night that me and Tittle spent the night?
Yeah, dude, that night was so awesome. That's like.
And we met up with.
Anonymous.
Oh, and
what's her name?
Anonymous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was such a weird night, bro. We watched Get Out, and then we snuck out at like 2.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, I remember it was like I'd
That
never
was
pulled an
crazy.
all-nighter before.
No way. Until that point.
And it was like me and Jake were just downing Mountain Dews to try to stay up all night.
Really?
And then after we watched the movie, didn't we meet up with them? And we just like, I don't even remember what we did. We just like were at an overlook and hung out for a bit.
Yeah.
And then we went back. And then we all jumped on the trampoline at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And then that was like my first all-nighter.
No way. That's crazy.
I don't know why like an all-nighter seemed like the craziest thing to me when I was younger.
Yeah.
But
dang.
Now like an all-nighter sounds terrible.
Really? You never do it?
Oh no, yeah.
That's fair.
Do you do it often?
Sometimes I'll just like when I'm feeling like either creative or just like on some mental stimulus, like I just won't sleep or eat low key.
Do you what time do you say you usually go to bed?
Like since I don't have a job that's like consistently starts and ends, I just DoorDash, so it's like it'll vary a lot.
Do you sometimes start DoorDashing at like midnight?
I don't start DoorDashing at midnight, but sometimes I DoorDash. Like I've DoorDashed all night long a handful of times.
I bet money's pretty good, like on the weekends
sometimes.
During the night.
Yeah, I DoorDash until midnight pretty often.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, pulling all-nighters is like kind of the vibe. Like in my house at Fort Collins, the garage was like we had a ping pong table in there, but I was using it as like an art studio, the entire garage. And I had these huge, just like sheets of paper that I was like doing a bunch of weird drawings on and stuff like that. And I would just be playing like, there were times when I just like wouldn't sleep and I'd be playing music. We had a projector in the garage too. So I would put up like nature scenes on the projector and then I'd be listening to music and I'd have something else on my computer, like the Bible, and it was like scrolling slowly. So I'd be reading a few lines every now and then while I was like drawing something. And then I would be doing like multiple art forms at one time. Like I'd be writing something and then switching between that and drawing. So it was like the most ADD thing of all time. But I spent a lot of nights like just up all night, just like doing that in the garage, which was a vibe. Like working on something all night long is so awesome.
I don't feel that way.
Really? Yeah.
Well, I start to stress because I'm like, I hate waking up and it's the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Like I'm very much like, do you ever like wake up early, like, I don't know, like before the sunrise
Yeah.
And you experience the sunrise, and everything's
You go
so
watch the
calm and
sunrise.
peaceful, and it's like,
It's
dang,
so
like,
awesome.
I wish I did this every day, you know?
But
there's other times where I'm like, I go to the gym late at night, and like everyone's asleep at this point, and it's like, dang, this is really nice as well. Like everything's so
Yeah.
peaceful, it's dark, and like I feel like I'm more productive at night, especially with like creative stuff.
Yeah.
But I do really enjoy the early morning hours. I wish I could experience both.
There's something awesome about the early morning. But
Yeah.
dude, literally the way you experience both is you stay up all night.
Yeah.
Like, I used to stay up all night, and then when I would stay up all night in Fort Collins, when the sun would come up, I would go to like Horsetooth Reservoir and watch the sunrise. That was so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I feel like when you're awake when nobody else is, it's like you get all that extra creative energy.
sure.
Because it's like in the air.
Yeah.
And when there are less people to take it.
When I put
like you get
headphones
more
on
of it.
too, like I feel like late at night, headphones, like I'm locked in, or I can just sketch and design stuff.
Yeah.
But then it hits like 2 a.m. and I'm like, I should probably go to bed.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I still, even though when that happens, I still try to get up at like 8 or 9 just because I feel like I'm wasting the day.
Yeah, that's fair for sure. I like the other day when I was going to bed without setting an alarm, I was thinking about how thankful I am that I never have to set an alarm. Because it's like the worst feeling in the world when you have like a set amount of time that you're trying to sleep for, and then you're trying to sleep, which means you can't sleep.
For sure.
So you're just like all anxiously trying to fall asleep, which is never going to work, and just thinking about how the time is just getting less and less, and like you're going to get less sleep. That was like the worst part about school. But I'm so thankful I can just like, I literally just go, like sometimes I'll just like run 30 hour cycles. Like I'll stay awake for 30 hours and then sleep for like 10 and then just keep it rolling.
Dude, that's crazy.
It is
honestly
pretty crazy,
I think if I lived by myself, I'd be more open to that.
Yeah.
But I think at the spot I'm at right now, it's like, or point in my life, I feel like I couldn't mentally do that.
Yeah, that's fair. What's an opinion that you would get canceled for having?
No. I'm joking.
No, don't answer.
I was generally trying to think. Did you see Sydney Sweeney's Levi jeans commercial?
I saw it and heard the backlash for it. That was so funny.
The thing I was confused about was, like, I feel like everything blew up, and I saw the video of her saying, like, she has good jeans, she buys Levi's or whatever. And then it came out that she was, like, Republican or whatever.
Right.
And, like, saying how, like, her jeans, like, physical jeans in her body were right to, like, vote Republican. And I feel like it wasn't even about that. Like,
it wasn't associated with being Republican. I think that people have issue with people talking about jeans and how some people's jeans are better than other people's.
You think
like, it is sort of inherently offensive, but it's obviously true that, like, your genes impacts how good you are at things.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, genetically, like, physique, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like Levi is probably not a Republican founded company or business.
Yeah,
brand.
I mean, they're a corporation. They believe whatever is profitable to them.
Exactly. Like, I just thought it was funny how that, like, literally blew up. And I feel like it wasn't about her political stance whatsoever, and rather just, like, her jeans. I don't know.
I don't even remember what was, like, if there was something other than just her talking about jeans, like, and having good jeans as being, like, good.
Yeah.
That was inflammatory, but, like, that is inflammatory to a lot of people, just to, like, say, my jeans are better than yours.
Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, hell yeah, you got any closing thoughts?
Dude, this was a fun time, and
for real,
I'm glad that we were able to I mean, I finished my painting. I can't really see it,
Yeah.
but
fair
I
enough.
think
I think that my mixing sheet looks better than my painting at this point.
yeah, I would probably second that. But I'm excited to see it with the light like fully on, and I hope that it won't be as bad as it looks now. But
yeah, it's looking good.
I appreciate you having me on. This was a fun time.
For sure, yeah, bro. Come back for sure.
Yeah. Next time we'll have to do it during the day.
Yeah.
But we had some good like scary talk and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
it's been
productive.
Our talk has matched the vibes for sure. Hell yeah, I want to have you and Bryce back on together too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Once he gets back, we'll have to do something like that. But
good shit. This has been In the River Part 12, I think.
Part 12. Subscribe.
Yes.
Like.